Grandma, why do you always have a weird smell? Mom says it's just your scent. That single sentence made 70-year-old Helen Turner feel her whole world collapse. She had lived a tidy, clean life, yet her beloved granddaughter still said that to her. The child no longer sat on her lap and would even wrinkle her nose slightly when asked for a hug. That night, Helen pulled the covers over her head and cried quietly for hours. That distinctive smell some people notice in older adults isn't about being dirty or neglectful, it's about biology, changes in skin chemistry, and a few forgotten areas of the body that often get missed during regular cleaning. The good news is that once you know where those spots are, the problem becomes surprisingly easy to fix. In this video, we're going to uncover 6 specific areas of the body that are most often responsible for that old person smell, and show you how giving them a little extra attention can eliminate up to 99% of the odor from places you might never think to check. We'll also explore the habits that make all the difference. Each area reveals just how much your sense of freshness depends on what happens behind the scenes. You'll discover why some people seem to carry a scent even when they bathe regularly, and how subtle changes in your routine can dramatically shift the way you feel and how others respond to you. Stick with us until the end, because once you learn about these 6 spots, you'll never go back to your old habits again. This isn't about buying expensive products or scrubbing your skin raw. It's about knowledge, understanding your body, and using that knowledge to feel clean, confident, and completely in control. If you've ever felt self-conscious, avoided hugs, or worried about how you come across in social situations, this video might just lift that burden off your shoulders. Let's get started. Area 1. Behind the ears. Our first stop is a small, often overlooked spot, the area behind the ears. You see, behind those delicate curves lies a patch of skin rich with sebaceous glands, the tiny oil-producing engines that sometimes work a bit differently as we age. As our skin matures, it may produce a type of oil that mixes with sweat and dead skin cells, sometimes leading to a subtle, musty scent that's completely natural. In time, these glands adjust, often working differently due to natural body changes. Their evolving activity is part of our journey, urging us to embrace every change with gentle care. Take the story of Walter, a gentle soul of 79 years who, despite his daily showers and even a dab of cologne, found himself a bit embarrassed when his loving granddaughter whispered that he smelled a little funny during their hugs. Walter was known for his dapper style and proud grooming habits, yet he'd never paid much attention to that tiny space behind his ears. When he started using a soft cloth with warm water for a quick swipe every day, he noticed a remarkable change. Not only did the odor diminish, but his sense of confidence blossomed as well. Walter's transformation shows us that a small change in routine leads to lasting benefits, reminding us to cherish self-care, embrace gentle improvements, and celebrate every moment as a gift truly. The idea is not to scrub away who we are, but to gently nurture every part of ourselves. In fact, studies suggest that small changes in our hygiene routine can have a significant effect on overall well-being. For instance, research into skin health tells us that even minor adjustments can reduce unwanted odors and make us feel fresher, instilling that extra bit of confidence for personal interactions. This deliberate nurturing is a tribute to our journey and spirit, reminding us that every small, thoughtful act of self-care reaffirms our dignity and enhances our overall well-being beyond measure. Do you remember a time when you learned a new habit from someone older than you? Perhaps a small tip that made a big difference in your daily routine? Think back to that moment and how it shaped your self-care habits. Area 2. Nape of the neck. Next, let's talk about the nape of the neck, a tender spot tucked just beneath our hairline, often hidden under collars or soft scarves. With the passage of time, the buildup of sweat, natural oils, and even a few stray strands of hair can create a subtle aroma that might catch us off guard. Imagine a warm summer day when your hair dances gently on your neck, or those cool autumn evenings when you wrap yourself in a favorite sweater. Even if we meticulously care for our hair and face, sometimes the nape can be quietly neglected. This little area, often overlooked, quietly mirrors our journey, each line and nuance speaking of memories and moments lived, deserving gentle, thoughtful care that honors our lasting spirit. Consider the experience of Ruth, a dignified 76-year-old lady renowned for her impeccable grooming and polished appearance. Yet, on warmer days, after spending time outdoors or simply enjoying a sunny stroll, she began to notice a faint, sour scent around her nape. A small, almost imperceptible reminder that even the best of us can overlook the tiniest details. It wasn't until her kind-hearted hairdresser pointed out the slight buildup at her neckline that Ruth began giving this area the attention it deserved. A few extra seconds in the shower, gently cleansing with a soft washcloth, made all the difference. Ruth's experience teaches us that even when life seems perfect on the surface, embracing small adjustments can restore a deeper sense of well-being, knitting our daily rituals with care and the wisdom of years gone by. Now, such simple acts of care are part of those precious life lessons from the elderly that we all benefit from. It reminds us that attention to detail is not about vanity. It's a celebration of our commitment to feeling our best in every moment. Statistics show that older adults who take time to adapt their daily routines tend to enjoy higher levels of comfort and social confidence, particularly during warm weather or after exertion. By nurturing these small, often hidden parts of ourselves, we reinforce our commitment to self-love and dignity, a testament to the enduring wisdom that comes with years of rich life experiences and the continual gift of self-care. If you're still here, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If today's message touched something true in your life, just comment number 2 so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss what's next. This channel is a gentle space where experience matters, kindness is shared, and growing older means something. I'm truly grateful you're here. Area 3. Under the breasts or in skin folds. Now we come to one of the most private yet significant aspects of our personal care. Those hidden folds of our body, be it under the breasts, around the abdomen, or beneath the buttocks. These areas naturally form gentle creases and folds that can sometimes trap moisture, warmth, and even the remnants of our daily activities. It's not a matter of cleanliness in the traditional sense, but rather it's an intricate balance of nature and habit that may lead to an odor if left unattended. In these quiet, concealed spaces, the natural rhythms of our bodies interact with our daily lives, and without intentional care, the gentle signs of our aging can whisper reminders that even the smallest details need our compassion and attention. Let me tell you about Patricia, a graceful 72-year-old woman known for her immaculate home and impeccable style. Despite her best efforts, during the heat of summer days or after an afternoon in the sun, she began to notice a subtle, sour scent lingering in areas where skin meets skin. For a long time, Patricia believed that her general hygiene was enough to keep every part of her radiant. However, a conversation with a kind nurse at her local wellness clinic opened her eyes. The nurse explained that the folds of skin needed gentle, dedicated care, like a soft pat down and careful drying after a shower. With this tender advice, Patricia adjusted her routine, and within days she experienced a renewed sense of freshness that lightened her heart and boosted her confidence. Her experience became a quiet revelation, highlighting that sometimes the simplest changes in our routine can renew our spirit, reminding us that every cherished detail of ourselves deserves nurturing and love. Studies have shown that increased moisture in folded areas can contribute to bacterial growth, which in turn can lead to an odor that many might misinterpret as something else. Embracing this knowledge is truly one of the life lessons from the elderly, understanding that the aging process is not about decay, but about adapting our habits to maintain the dignity and comfort we deserve. When we acknowledge these changes and adjust our daily practices with care, we honor the wisdom our years provide, ensuring that every small step we take enhances our well-being and preserves the graceful legacy of our life experiences for generations to come. Think about a time when you discovered a gentle routine that improved your comfort, perhaps a little secret your mother or grandmother shared with you. How did that moment of insight change your day-to-day life? Area 4, Scalp and Hairline. Moving on to another area that often silently contributes to our overall presence, the scalp and hairline. While many of us diligently wash our hair, the underlying scalp, the very skin that supports our crowning glory, may not receive the thorough cleansing it requires. Over time, the accumulation of natural oils, sweat, and environmental particles can create an odor that is not easily masked, no matter how much shampoo we use. This delicate balance of care reminds us that our scalp is not merely a base for our hair, but an essential part of our body's ecosystem, deserving of the same gentle attention we offer to every cherished part of ourselves. Take Howard, a well-respected 68-year-old man who prided himself on his neat appearance and well-groomed hair. For many years, he maintained a routine that involved a quick wash and a stylish comb-overs, trusting that his regular shampoo was enough. However, on occasions when he wore a hat or had a long day out, Howard began to notice a subtle, sour or greasy smell emanating from his head. A wise barber explained that what he was missing was the gentle massage of his scalp during washing, using the pads of his fingers rather than just rushing through the process. Embracing that advice, Howard began to gently cleanse his scalp and ensure that he rinsed away every bit of residue. Despite his long years of experience in maintaining his routine, Howard found that embracing this small change not only improved his personal hygiene, but also enriched his entire outlook on self-care, reinforcing the idea that a gentle approach fosters renewed vitality and inner strength. Modern research supports this gentle approach. Studies have noted that increased sebum production in aging skin can be effectively managed with a mindful, respectful cleansing routine. This is yet another reminder of those cherished life lessons from the elderly, that even our skin deserves a delicate, loving touch. In addition, these findings echo decades of observational wisdom and practical experience, emphasizing that our evolving skin requires not aggressive treatments, but carefully tailored, nurturing routines that honor our natural rhythms and timeless beauty. If you're still here, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If today's message touched something true in your life, just comment number 4 so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss what's next. This channel is a gentle space where experience matters, kindness is shared, and growing older means something. I'm truly grateful you're here. Area 5, belly button. Now, let's turn our attention to a part of our body that might seem trivial but holds great significance, the belly button. This small central space often becomes a repository for lint, sweat, and even the minute remnants of our daily lives. It's a spot that many of us might forget to gently cleanse, despite its importance in maintaining overall freshness. Although overlooked in our daily routines, this charming center quietly collects not only lint and sweat, but also the delicate traces of our journey, reflecting our personal history and resilience. Charles, a wise and gentle 74-year-old gentleman, once experienced a persistent odor that followed him throughout the day despite his regular bathing routine. Uncertain of its origin, Charles even switched soaps and increased his shower time. It wasn't until his loving wife mentioned the possibility of his belly button being the culprit that he finally paid attention. With a soft cotton swab and warm water, Charles began gently cleaning this tiny area, and remarkably, the mysterious scent faded away within days. His journey of discovery teaches us that the solution sometimes lies in attending to the smallest details, a lesson in perseverance which brings comfort and hope into our daily life. Medical professionals often remind us that regardless of our age, every part of our body needs care. The belly button, though small, is no exception. Research has shown that once moisture is trapped in this central spot, it can become the perfect environment for bacteria to thrive. By dedicating just a few extra seconds for proper cleaning and ensuring that the area is thoroughly dried, we can reclaim a sense of freshness that makes us feel whole and dignified. This gentle routine not only uplifts our physical well-being, but also nurtures our spirit, reminding us that every moment of self-care is an investment in our strength and inner peace. Is there a simple routine or habit that you learned from an older relative or friend that made a noticeable difference in your life? Take a moment to recall that gentle wisdom and how it uplifted your spirits. Area 6, groin and inner thighs. Among the most common yet least discussed sources of persistent body odor in older adults is the groin area, including the inner thighs. This part of the body naturally generates more warmth, moisture, and friction than almost any other region, making it a prime breeding ground for odor-causing bacteria. Because it's so closely tied to privacy, it's often the last area people feel comfortable addressing, even with themselves. Take Leonard, 81, a retired firefighter who prided himself on staying active and clean. He would walk every morning, shower daily, and change into fresh clothes each time. Yet, he started noticing a musky smell in the afternoons, something he couldn't place. His doctor ruled out infections and suggested he pay extra attention to the folds and skin around his groin and thighs. Leonard admitted that while he washed the area, he often rushed through it by taking a bit more time using mild soap, thoroughly drying the area, and occasionally applying moisture-wicking powder. The odor vanished almost immediately. Not only did he feel fresher, but he also felt more comfortable throughout the day. This part of the body is naturally full of sweat glands. With age, the skin becomes softer and may start to sag slightly, increasing the number of folds where moisture can become trapped. Add tight-fitting clothes, synthetic underwear, or long periods of sitting, and the skin doesn't get a chance to breathe. What begins as simple dampness can quickly turn into irritation, odor, and sometimes even infection if left unchecked. If you're still here, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If today's message touched something true in your life, just comment number 6 so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss what's next. This channel is a gentle space where experience matters, kindness is shared, and growing older means something. I'm truly grateful you're here. Final thoughts. As we draw our conversation to a close, please take a moment to reflect on what we've shared today. Which of these 6 small but important areas surprised you the most? Was there one that made you think, I haven't paid attention to that spot in years? Or one that you've quietly struggled with all this time? Remember, every area we've discussed goes beyond physical cleanliness. It's really about rediscovering comfort, restoring your confidence, and reclaiming a sense of freshness that honors every chapter of your life. When you give a little extra care to those often overlooked corners of your body, you invite a renewed presence in your own life. This mindful care is like tending a cherished garden. It fills your days with a quiet strength and joy. Too frequently, we carry unspoken worries about how we might smell or how others may see us. Today, you've taken a positive step, not just toward improved hygiene, but toward inner peace and renewed self-respect. Knowing where to address these hidden issues gives you the power to remove unwanted troubles and helps you regain control over how you feel at home, among family, and in the world. Remember, this journey isn't about reaching perfection, it's about nurturing awareness. It's about breaking the silence around a subject we often tiptoe around, and doing so with dignity, warmth, and a deep commitment to truth. By caring for yourself in these quiet, intentional ways, you're not merely keeping odors at bay. You're honoring the life you've lived and embracing the respect you so richly deserve. You've gathered many years of wisdom, and now is the time to let that wisdom shine in the way you care for every part of yourself. Let these lessons remind you of what life has taught us over the years. Consider how the simple act of extra care can transform your day, just as small, thoughtful moments have built the tapestry of your beautiful life. We would love to hear from you. Please share one lesson you've learned from your own journey and how you plan to use it moving forward. Your insights are precious, and every story adds to our community's strength and encouragement. Thank you for spending this time with us today. If our discussion resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share a little word of kindness. Your support means more than you know. It inspires us to keep creating meaningful, helpful content for every stage of life. As we bid farewell, I leave you with these heartfelt words. A good life is a collection of happy moments, and a wise soul finds joy even in the smallest acts of care. May you continue to live with grace, dignity, and the enduring wisdom that comes from a life well lived.